Now let us see what is the Cramer's rule. So with the help of the Cramer's rule, it is very easy to find out the quantities, each and every quantities. To do that, what you have to do in the sense, we consider this matrix is D actually. Okay, first you have to find out the determinants of this matrix, or I may call this is D, right? So now what you'll do, how you can find out the determinants? Already you know in mathematics how we will find the determinants. So now you have to do like this, okay? 1 plus SRC by SC will be taken this one, right? This will be multiplied with this matrix. Then this value minus R will be multiplied with 1 plus SRC 0, 0, 1 plus 2 SRC. Then this 0 will be multiplied with this. So it's very simple. You have to do little bit lengthy process actually. You have to find out the determinant of the matrix. As you know very well how we have to find out the determinant of the matrix. So finally, we'll get as like this 1 plus 5 as this is the expression we'll get. So once you get this expression, this is D, or sometimes you may called as del D. Now, what I need to find out now? I need to find out D3. Say example, why? Because D3. Say example, see first I3. So now, very simple. If you want to find out I1, this first column should be replaced by this value. If you want to find out I2, the second column should be replaced by this value. If you want to find out I3, then third column should be replaced by this value. This is the idea. Okay. So now here you have to find out that D3. So D3 in the sense what is like I3 example. So now what I will do, D3 is equal to, this is what the third column will be replaced. See in the previous matrix, third column will be replaced by this VII. Then I may get D3 as VI R square. Now very simple, how we will find out I3 now? The I3 is nothing but D3 by D. This is what the idea, this is what by idea actually. This is a D. D is a determinant. You have to find out the determinant. Same to find out the I3. I3 is equal to, the formula is like this actually, del D by D. Actually, this is the common formula they may write, but as per for your purpose, I am telling very simple. First, find out the determinant of the matrix of D. Next, to find the I3, what you have to do? Take this quantities, replace the third column by this quantity. Then you have to do again determinant. You have to find we may get one more value. Then finally for I3, D3 by D. So this quantity divided by this quantity. So if you do this, you may get the I3. Same similarly, you have to do for next also. But here it's not done. Why? Because see this I2, I3 also. But 0, 0, so it's not done. Only we calculated for I3. So now from that we'll get a V0 term. We'll get. Okay. So because here you see we won't get it. This is 0. Here also is a 0. So here only we are having VI. That is the reason we chosen this I3. So but individually you have to do. Individually if you do, what will happen? I1 you will get a 0. You try. I1 will be 0. Then I2 also will get a 0 actually. But I3 will get a term. That is a straight away here. It is done for I3. Now V0, you have to rearrange the expression. V0 is nothing but VF, where VF is nothing but I3 into R. So I3 is already calculated. That will multiply with R. Do the simplification. From the diagram, beta is equal to V0 by Vi. This is already we know because feedback gain. Beta is nothing but feedback gain. Beta is equal to V0 by Vi, where V0 is nothing but, this is the expression already is given, then divided by Vi, where Vi is nothing but already we are having the Vi also, substitute over there. Then what you do in this, replace the S by J omega, little bit to more, to simplify more, do that. Then finally we may get like this, beta is equal to, this is what we will get. Now what you do, still you can do the simplification, divide the numerator and denominator by this term and replace the 1 by omega RC, wherever you are having 1 by omega RC, just by alpha to reduce the time of your simplification, then you'll get the beta value as like this. Now from this what you can do, you can apply the like a partial product. beta is equal to 1 by 1 minus 5 alpha square plus j alpha 6 minus alpha. Since separate the real and the imaginary term. So beta is equal to we'll get. Now to get phase shift of 180 degree, what you have to do in the sense, the imaginary part in the denominator you should make as 0. Or it must be 0 actually. So very simple, the imaginary term is this actually. Alpha into 6 minus alpha square. Make it is equal to 0. So now what will happen? Alpha and 6 minus alpha square is equal to 0. Then from this alpha square will be equal to 0. Then alpha is equal to root 6. Now what is alpha actually? As we know, 1 by omega RC. 1 by omega RC is equal to root 6 in the sense, what is omega? Omega is equal to 1 by RC into root 6. So now we know that omega is equal to 2 pi f. So now omega, replace omega by 2 pi f. From that f is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC into root 6. This is what, like how much frequency the oscillation it will generate, the RC phase shift oscillator. 1 by 2 pi RC into root 6. Now this is the frequency that the circuit oscillates. Now what about the beta value actually? Beta is equal to, now we go to the beta. See here, beta, this here, 1 by 1 minus 5 into root 6 square, because this is the root 6, right? It's not, is equal to minus 1 by 29. At this frequency, the negative sign indicates the phase shift. See, this minus indicates the phase shift of 1. So simple, we can say the beta is equal to minus 1 by 29. Now you think, what about alpha? So beta is equal to the modulator, if we take 1 by 29. Now to have the oscillation normally, what we should have? A into beta, that is more or less should be greater than or equal to 1. Actually, you have to go. So now very simple, we can say separately multiply. A or beta should be greater than 1. But just to rework on this, mod of A should be greater than or equal to 1 by beta. That is nothing but it should be greater than 1 by minus 1 by 29. Very simple. Beta value is what? Minus 1 by 29 or just 1 by 29. Okay. Now, what's supposed to be your A value now? A also should be 29. If A value is 29, my beta value is minus 1 by 29. Then when you multiply, what will happen? I will get is equal to 1. Then it will satisfy the Barkhausen criterion. So very simple. You should have the amplifier must to get A is equal to 29, or we should get more than that. Then automatically I may get a greater than 1 will get. So the circuit will produce the sinusoidal waveform. Its gain is 29 and the total phase shift loop is 360. So now this will satisfy the Barkhausen criteria for the oscillator. This oscillator, this type of oscillator, which one? This RC phase shift oscillators will be used over the audio frequency range. Normally like 20 hertz to 100 hertz. Normally like for the audio frequency, this type of oscillators only they will use. So what is the advantage in the sense here? Like this circuit is very simple. Then it will produce the output over audio frequency range. Then it will produce the sinusoidal output waveform. Then it's a fixed frequency oscillator. It is not a variable, it is a fixed frequency. These are the some important points over. So now what will be the disadvantage of RC we have? Like when you are going to change the value of R and C, the frequency of the oscillator can be changed actually. That is one of the disadvantage. If you change the R and C, here we are not changing any value of RC because we made all the R and all the C are equal values. But the values of R and C of all three sections must be changed simultaneously to satisfy the oscillation condition. But it's practically it is impossible. But the phase shift oscillator will be considered as fixed frequency oscillator for all practical purpose. Now the frequency stability is poor actually here due to the change in the value of various components due to effect of temperature or aging, etc. These are the some disadvantage of RC phase shift oscillator. So one of the very important question in the examination they may ask, but in your book actually this derivation clearly is not given. So once if you know this derivation, then it will be very easy for you. This they may ask in the examination as 10 mark question. In the examination they may ask as like this. So that is nothing but RC phase shift oscillator.